What's good, everybody? Poker 93 in the place to be. Welcome to the Wrestling Corner. Funny thing is, this is the Wrestling Corner. This is episode 22, season 5. It's the go-home show before before Wrestlemania 32. But do you notice something? What day is it? Ultimate Warrior. It's Monday, the original day of the Wrestling Corner. Original day, original time slot. Wait. Oh. It's John Cena.
Joan London, a journalist and author, talk show host, wife and mom, and a breast cancer survivor. Joan is using her experiences to help women who are suffering from the disease. Talks at length about how it changed her life.
If everything hopefully goes well, I tell you, I think who should win it next year it should be Craig Sager. Oh, I thought that was Christian in the crowd. What's a Christian? What are you doing in the front row, dude? But anyway, yes, this is the go-home corner before WrestleMania 32. So, in tradition to that, I'll be giving my predictions of the event, of the cards. But also, because the day before Mania is April 2nd. And 10 years ago, on that day, was WrestleMania 22. So in honor of its 10th anniversary, I will be talking about WrestleMania 22, which took place in Chicago, Illinois. And the funny thing is about WrestleMania 22 that I was thinking on the way back home, I was thinking that there's some parallels to WrestleMania 32 and this year's WrestleMania. Kind of, a weird case of coincidence. 22, 32, 10 years later, a day before, a day after, WrestleMania 32 going to be a day after WrestleMania 22. There's some parallels. But if you haven't been caught up to speed on what's going on Raw, I'm not going to lie. Thankfully, this Raw for the first hour gave you something to continue watching. As if you're watching now, you saw Undertaker and Shane get into it again. But this time, Shane got the better of the dead man. But then, in a way, it's almost kind of hollow because within a couple minutes after he looked like he did that, the Undertaker sat up and did his usual cutthroat with the tongue out.
Because I'm going to be controlling Monday Night Raw. That's what I'm going to be doing. Let me tell you one other thing. The difference, you stole this company from your father. This Sunday, I'm taking it.
I told you I don't know. Vince McMahon's father is Vincent J. McMahon. But so I'm not gonna lie, WWE so far has been kind of bringing it for the Brooklyn crowd, and the Brooklyn crowd's been bringing it to this guy, Roman Reigns. Here we go. For those of you that did not see SmackDown, the Dudley Boys got their ass whipped by Roman Reigns. Watch out for the sweaty man.
What are you gonna do now? Now you got yourself in a predicament, don't you, huh? What are you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing about it. It was a trap when it's Dudley's and Roman Reigns taking it to
Triple A. Douche. Oh no, this ain't SmackDown, the first original game. Oh. He's still moving. He gonna try to smash his face. Taking his sweet ass time. Well, that happened. So, no. Well, yes, and they're just sour that they ran their mouth about Roman on SmackDown and got their ass whipped. But as we saw, something trying to advance WrestleMania 32 between Roman Reigns and Triple H. With that being said, might as well talk about WrestleMania 32. I'm not going to lie, you know that I'm not fully stoked about this Mania. As a whole, I'm not really stoked. It's kind of the feeling that I had for WrestleMania 27. It was in 2011 when it was Miz versus John Cena. You know, what the hell? As a whole, WrestleMania 27 didn't really have me stoked, to the point that that was one of the first times I can recall on a Mania Sunday when I woke up, I didn't feel pumped up. I didn't, look at the clock and watch the, time wind down to 8 o'clock for Mania. I just didn't feel it. Just didn't. And I think it's going to be the same thing in WrestleMania 32. I'm just not feeling it as an overall event. I'm more pumped up for NXT TakeOver Dallas, which is going to be on Friday at 10 o'clock, with reasons such as Austin Aries' in-ring debut in NXT, to Shinsuke Nakamura's NXT in-ring debut, to Bayley versus Asuka. I would like to see how their styles are going to match up and how they're going to clash. To Finn versus Joe again. And of course to American Alpha versus the Revival. American Alpha has been on such a high roll, so much on momentum that it's almost like a snowball. Just keeps building and building to the point where I don't think it's any stopping these guys. So I'm more stoked for NXT TakeOver Dallas than I am for WrestleMania 32. But as far as WrestleMania 32 goes, WrestleMania 32, now that's official that AJ Styles and Jericho is going to happen. I believe that means that there's going to be 9 official matches on the actual show, not counting the pre-show. It's Mick Foley. Yeah. Yeah, go on and check out the live Stone Cold podcast. Mick Foley. It's not the first time they've had a podcast together. But as far as the matches are concerned, WrestleMania 32, I'll kind of name them off in terms of my level of excitement. It goes from Brock Lesnar, Dean Ambrose. Brock Lesnar, Dean Ambrose. Brock Lesnar, Dean Ambrose. Becky, Sasha, Charlotte. Shane, Undertaker, and then AJ versus Jericho. So, for me, it doesn't really do so good to say that, yeah, the WWE Championship match, as far as excitement goes, is pretty low. I would have liked it that it would be Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens one-on-one for the Intercontinental title, but that's not going to be the case now. I'm not even stoked for his match, and I like Kalisto. But his match with Ryback, is like, yeah. Woo. I'm telling you, I think Kalisto's match is going to be the match that's going to suffer, that's going to get cut due to time constraints. I just have a feeling. Look at Ryback's face. Up top for won the Ascension of job again. Well, John. Oh. Well, John, you were a good big man and a good little man by the name of Rey Mysterio. Not only beat you not once, but twice. And not only twice, they beat you 3 times, but 2 of those times, he made you retire. First time he made you retire, the other time he made you quit. Oh, with Ryback and Kalisto, I guess I'll start with that in terms of predictions. Word. Word was on the internet. My brother, told me, I know my brother kid Chris. If you can see him, he just waved hello. But he told me that, word on the internet street, if you will, is that Ryback is set for a push. So if that is the case, then my prediction is that Ryback is going to beat Kalisto for the United States Championship. And I don't know what that means for Kalisto besides him being a former United States champion. Oh, what the hell? Oh. Oh. Connected. Do you know if my name Connect Head?
I think so. Yeah.
It has to be somebody I know. He's like Malcolm. Daha. I knew it. It's Hacks. I knew it'd be somebody. He's like Malcolm. Are you tipping your delivery driver? Yep, that really kind of made people, I guess, get into that. Hey, Hacks, how's it going? As far as delivery drivers, I haven't done delivery since then, and I know you're just messing around, but no. But some delivery guys, they come from a far away, even if it takes 7 minutes. It's Paul Heyman. And speaking of predictions, with this match, Ambrose versus Lesnar, I predict that bearded annoyance by the name of Bray Wyatt is going to interfere in that match. He's going to be instrumental. He's going to influence the finish because it's Bray Wyatt. He can't help himself. He has to annoy somebody. And now, people, I don't hate Bray Wyatt. In fact, I like Bray Wyatt. I feel in a way it's kind of injustice that he's kind of getting the bad end of the stick so far. For as the past one, he's been so icy hot. But no matter, I like him. Even when things look to be on the rise with him, me and Chris will always say in terms of how his feud start, yo, this guy's an annoyance. He just attacks somebody for some odd reason. And the reason, like with Jericho, you promised to save us, Chris. That was 7 years ago. Or with Ryback. What was the reason of attacking Ryback? Big fancy muscle or whatever. And it's like, what did Ryback ever do to you? Dean. What did Dean do to you? But at least with Dean, we can be brothers. So I'm saying we can be together. Like Dashy. We can be together. It's like he just can't help himself but annoy people. So Mondays has Better Call Saul, Supergirl, American Dad. I'm having trouble just watching Raw. Oh, heck. Better Call Saul. Oh, I forgot that comes on Mondays. Yeah, you got Supergirl. You got. I thought American Dad came on Sundays. I thought it was part of the Sunday animation domination. I ain't touching that. I ain't touching no moonshine burger. But I really do feel that this dang Bray Wyatt is going to influence Ambrose and Lesnar. And he's probably going to influence it indirectly in the favor of Dean Ambrose. And now I want Dean Ambrose to win because it would be a big victory for him if he was able to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. But I don't want it to be because the bearded annoyance himself wanted to stick his bearded face in this match. So, SmackDown just, I think, fully emphasized that, yeah, that Bray Wyatt is going to get involved. And speaking of involved, I still don't even know what this guy's involvement is in Mania, unfortunately. And it's the freaking Rock. But we still don't even know what's his involvement. Six days, we still don't know. It's Brock Lesnar or Bork Lesnar.
We're on the final stop on the road to WrestleMania. Monday Night Raw is
You know, and as for,
and here comes the beast.
and what else matches you have? Oh, sure, you got a gray shirt. Then you have for the Intercontinental Championship, the ladder match between Kevin Owens defending his belt against Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, Stardust, Sami Zayn, The Miz, and Dolph Ziggler.
Read the t-shirt. Suplex City. Brooklyn, New York. Brock Lesnar is all over it.
I definitely feel that my prediction is that Kevin Owens is going to win. And after that, that's when we're finally going to get him versus Sami Zayn one-on-one. And this is what happened on SmackDown. Man, what Brock Lesnar did to Braun. You guys gonna show it? You guys should show the counter. Ah. Doesn't even need a weapon. Bobby Dean gonna need that chainsaw. Yeah, even you Hex K all the way. You know, when I started talking to one of my friends, you know, the day after about, because I wasn't too excited, I wasn't, you know, too happy about them making it 7-man ladder match, and not just that, but the people that were involved, the three people they added, you know, Stardust, Zack Ryder, and Sin Cara. I was like, you basically just added jobbers, and along with the Miz, you know, has just been loser. Man, you just added 3 more jobbers to the occasion. But when we started more talking about, he's like, maybe they're doing this because maybe they don't want Sami Zayn to come in right away and win the belt that quickly. Maybe. So if that is the case, you know, have Owens, you know, keep the belt at Mania. Yeah, he wins, but he still doesn't really beat Sammy. It's not really Sammy beating him or Sammy losing to him. And then they go on to do the one-on-one feud. So after talking about, like, you know, maybe that's why. But then I'm thinking, for me and Chris, that if that was the case, I mean, you had to add Stardust, Zack Ryder, and Sin Cara. You could have just kept it KO, Ziggler, Sammy, and not the Miz. And, you know, I definitely feel if Neville didn't get hurt, that probably would have been Neville's spot. You know, some people say kind of stay quiet when Paul Heyman talks, but, you know, I got to do a job too. You know, I don't get paid for it.
Not one single member of that locker room can even hope to achieve.
They're done.
Of course, like in every equation, there's always that one exception that defines the rule.
That's right.
There's always that one goof, that
one goof,
that one banana, that one maniac, that one idiot, that one, what's the word I'm looking for? Lunatic. And that one lunatic actually believes that he has what it takes to bring the fight to Brock Lesnar, to perform at a level that only Brock Lesnar can perform, to be the one to conquer the one in 22 and 1. That lunatic's name is Dean Ambrose.
That's right.
And I'll give Dean Ambrose all the credit in the world. Brock won't give Dean that much credit, but I will give Dean Ambrose a hell of a lot of credit. He is a lot smarter than anyone thinks. Dean Ambrose is crazy like a fox. Dean Ambrose thinks, check this out. Dean Ambrose thinks if he takes an NCAA Division I heavyweight champion and a UFC heavyweight champion out of your supposed element into a no-holds-barred street fight where every weapon, well, I'm not supposed to say the word weapon, is politically incorrect, it's called a weapon. And Dean Ambrose wants to take these weapons that are not only legal, but they are encouraged. And now Dean Ambrose
Already totally incorrect.
the next big star in WWE has that opportunity this Sunday night when he steps into the ring at WrestleMania
Let him go.
Lesnar. But here's the bad news for all the inmates in the asylum. This Sunday night, Dean Ambrose has to step into the ring at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar.
He's right.
Because my client, Brock Lesnar, is fully prepared this Sunday night to give Dean Ambrose the defining WrestleMania moment, not of this year and not of this generation, but of a lifetime. When Dr. Brock Lesnar takes every single one of
This
the
Dr. Brock Lesnar.
correct weapons and performs a most public colonoscopy on Dean Ambrose in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania. I told this to you 2 years ago. I'll tell it to you again tonight. This is not a prediction. This is a spoiler. This Sunday night, your winner at WrestleMania and still reigning, defending, undisputed Lord God and Master of the no-holds-barred street fight.
Uh-oh.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, he's got a wagon.
Lunatic Prince Dean Ambrose is riding some sort of wagon to the ringside. Still somebody rider.
Put that in there.
Get Dean Ambrose burned. You're right about that.
Dean doing. They got fire extinguisher. And a crowbar. It's a little batons.
Ambrose doing shot.
Bat.
Nope. Like that.
Barbie.
And he's just throwing up his wagon. It's not that dangerous. She doesn't
Oh. It's that damn chainsaw. Bruce Lee. What, making them think about it. Oh, no fireworks exploded there, but I guess Dean's all set for Mania. You know, most on wrestling, most time people used to carry their weapons inside of a shopping cart. You know, Raven used to do that. Tommy Dreamer did it, but taking it all the way back to old school. Good old wagon. You know, as being a kid, you know, you go in the park and you have your little wagon. You know, what is this? I wish the authority was finished. I was like, are you through? I wish the authority was through. All right, and then this match. Yeah, and then this match. You know, I could be rude and say, you know, well, I don't care enough about this match to really give a prediction. I really don't really give too much. I was like a rock. I don't give a damn about, you know, the new team bad, which oddly Emma comes back to the main roster for. It's just, I'm like, I type up, you know, Wrestlemania 32 and I see it down below. Oh yeah, a thumbnail about that match. And I'm looking, I'm like, if I see Summer, okay, I guess Summer wanted to join along, but I'm like, is that Emma in that picture standing next to Lana? And basically, she's been tired of being overlooked, but somehow she just came to the main roster again. Yeah, Uncharted 4. Now, hey, it's John. How's it going, John? Now, granted, I think that Emma's done a great job, you know, with her metamorphosis, you know, as a heel. But still, but at the same time, still, it's like it just still seems random that she just comes back to the main roster out of nowhere. You know, it's just random. You know, uh, I really, I'm not. I'm so, I really don't care about them to really give a prediction because I don't see it really affecting anything except what Lana being a regular wrestler now on the roster. That's the only thing I see. That's the only effect I see it having in the long run. Is that Lana's now probably going to be an active participant on the roster instead of just a manager or / valet. She's actually going to be a competitor. I mean, yes, she did kick the crap out of Paige, and yes, she's been trying to break, Bree's face with, her own X Factor, which is no. The kick was more impressive than the X Factor because, the X Factor has become, the stereotypical, like the standard and the generic finishing move for a female in WWE before they actually get a real move. So, Triple H on Muscle Fitness again. John, I think Becky will be women's champion. Yeah, it's good thing you brought that up because they can go into my prediction about that match. I think it's one of the situations where, like Edge said for Shane versus Taker. It's one of those heart and mind, predictions. My mind, my mind says Sasha, but my heart says Becky. My heart wants Becky to win. Nothing against Sasha. I adore the boss. I adore her. I got a couple of my friends in college that would like to be with her, but that ain't gonna happen. Yeah. No, but that Streets of Rage 2 music. Bad and blonde. So the fifth woman is a mystery for the Total Divas. This what I found funny. They got Emma's current heel theme, but her Titantron is still her face. Titantron. Who could be the mystery? I know it ain't Nikki. Her career is questionable. It can't be Bailey. Bailey ain't a Total Diva. Her biker, her police biker glasses. See, it makes her look angry even when she's not angry, I guess. John, bad and blonde, how boring. John, Rosa. Well, no disrespect to Rosa, but if it is Rosa, yeah, okay, okay, it's Rosa. Because she felt that when she came to the main roster, when she came to the main roster, the fans that support her NXT didn't come over to the main roster to support her. Like, oh, look out! She feels that we turned our back on her. I really feel bad for her. I really do. I feel bad for Natty. I've always kind of said I felt bad for Alicia because Alicia's pretty talented. I feel bad for some. I thought that this would be the first year WWE would go without having the typical let's have every woman in a match just because match. Fallaway slam. You don't see that many women that do that, especially it's the size of Paige. It's Lana. It's Lana. Oh. No. What is Lana? Oh, Jesus. They get in there. Oh, look. Reese finally get her son, Lana. Remember Lana was talking about Edge Chris about wardrobe malfunction. Well, look what she's wearing now. She can easily get a wardrobe malfunction. Is something supposed to be going on? Oh. Something be going. I gotta do the dash. Don't touch me.
No, my boy.
Oh, wow. Well, if that means she's not going to be in NXT anymore, I guess good. Oh, man. But I want to say, like, what is Lana? I'm trying to think of Samina. A female fighting. Who she thinks she is? King from King of Fighters. I believe King threw a lot of kicks and was blonde. Yeah, see, that's my point. Like, who she thinks she is? King? And no, not King from Tekken. I mean, King from King of Fighters. Oh my God. Hey, look at Rollins training. Hold on, guys.
And you make it feel so much better too. Isn't it? Like even Dr. Loss, Dr. Loss, Evan Ross, and see what they bet you've been there for a long time. Fantastic exclusive.
And it's like I get dirty. Like, wow, that was some balls that have Eva do that in the Brooklyn crowd. A hostile. that takes some balls and it's kind of stupid. John, Eva should be fired. The Brock and Dean segment was funny. Yeah, it pretty much was. No, I don't do coke. Well, now with the inclusion of Eva, still my thoughts are the same. It's just, yeah. Oh, paperweight. But as for once again with Becky, I was talking about the triple threat. Yeah, my mind says Sasha, but my heart says Becky. I adore Sasha Banks. I adore Becky, and respect for Charlotte. And like I said one corner before, if this was a Road to WrestleMania mode, back the Raw, the SmackDown vs. Raw games, and the Road to WrestleMania. This was a Road to WrestleMania story mode. You would probably be playing as Becky. I still feel the story is about Becky. She's been getting screwed left and right. She's been betrayed. She's been betrayed. She's been screwed. She was almost literally kicked out of the spotlight by Sasha. I mean, literally. And then Sasha just came back and just, kicked her out. Get out of here. Like, to the point where I think a lot of people thought, oh, wait, is Becky just been kicked out of the spot literally? But thankfully, that turned out not to be the case. And the reason why I want to see Becky win, because when the whole Divas Revolution thing happened, out of the three, Sasha was probably the most over. Sasha was NXT champion when the Diva Revolution started. Then she just had her classic match with Bayley in Brooklyn, so that definitely helped her gain respect and get over with the fans. Excuse me. Then a month later, she main events Takeover with Bayley in the Iron Man match, further earning respect from the fans and further getting her over. While Becky, even in story, was kind of treated as like the weak link of Team PCB. But then finally, when she became the only face after Paige turned Snoop is actually done. Snoop's actually done some stuff for the WWE, and he's actually a fan too. But like I said last week, they don't do any more like who's inducting them. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. The guy, he's just laying down. There's a guy who had an injury scare. He's fine. But right when Becky became the only face, KO. can only face. That's when, like I said, that's when things started to become clear. That's when, you know, that's when finally things started to become clear, started to make more sense. And yeah, the Royal Rumble, the crowd was pro Becky, and sure, she got herself over. John, I'm calling it now. Roman becomes champion. They have referenced the fact that Banks has not been pinned in WWE. Yeah, since coming up to the main roster in singles competition, Sasha has yet to be pinned. So that's what I remember. I remember before, you know, like anytime somebody saw somebody put like an article about, you know, like they're holding Sasha back, and my friend they always say like, well, despite Sasha not being in the title picture as of right now, she's still being protected, which was true. From her main roster debut, Sasha had always been protected. Oh, come on. Even when, if Team Bad did lose a match, it wasn't Sasha that was pinned or tapped out. It was either Tamina or Naomi. So even if she wasn't even in title contention, Sasha was always being protected. She was always being protected for this very night. So yeah, but as my prediction goes, yeah, it's one of those heart and mind things. Okay. And yeah, and Roman Reigns, Triple H. Prediction is Roman Reigns is going to win. Now, as far as the aftermath goes, I'm not sure because one could say it's official. Roman Reigns as the top face in terms of reaction wise is not working. Probably would be best to turn him heel or do something. So I predict Roman Reigns to win, but what I'm uncertain about is the aftermath. I wonder if they will bring Bailey soon. Well, you know, as much as I would like to see Bailey on the main roster, and I definitely hope that they won't, you know, that Kevin Dunn won't F her up. But I think I would like to see her in NXT a little bit longer. Probably coming the summer or so. And of course, Kevin Owens is going to do that. Ooh.
It's one of the reasons Shawn Michaels will become known as Mr. Wrestlemania.
What the hell? I don't think one more another match. I'm really not. I'm not. I have no prediction about that Andre the Giant Battle Royal because they can. It's prestigious. And a lot. It's at stake. What is at stake? Tell me what's at stake. What are you talking about? Oh. Oh. No. Okay, yeah. Shane, Undertaker. I think that's it. I think that's the only other match left. Shane, Undertaker. No, Shane wins. He gets control. Shane wins. He gets control. Undertaker wins. I don't know. They keep changing it. First they said if Undertaker wins, he's banned. He's just banned from Mania. Then on this they said, yeah, it'll be the last, WrestleMania for Undertaker. I think you make it seem as though he retired, just saying it's last. So you're still going to the fact that he's gonna be back. Oh wait a minute, I'm forgetting a match. The tag team championship match. It's League of Nations versus New Day. Prediction: the New Day. I don't see what would be the reason to have the League of Nations win, except for if you want to really go with this New Day face turn, which it seems that's the case, and when Kaz and Enzo come up to the main roster, you want them to be a heel tag team. But that's my prediction. The night after Mania, Kaz and Enzo are debuting. That's my prediction. So that's the only reason I can see the League of Nations. What reason to have the League of Nations win? But other than that, I'm still going with the New Day. But now, yeah, on to the Shane and Undertaker match. Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell. The third ever Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. And all three of them have involved The Undertaker. So this match, I predict Taker to lose, but I think I've said this before, not lose in the usual fashion. Actually, he's defeated. There's more okay, he defeats himself. That he's gonna realize that, what I am doing is for the benefit of Vince McMahon. Not for me. It's the benefit of Vince McMahon. I am basically being Vince's, I'm doing that. I'm doing all of that. But I can do something to stop it. Shane is actually fighting for the greater good. And what's they always say about Undertaker? He's the conscience of the WWE. What a better way to show it that, yeah, he realized what's right. And what's right is for Shane, to be in power. Now, I'm hoping Shane is the win. They don't do what WCW did, even though I've heard that it was not that bad. But they don't do what WCW did with Ric Flair. When Ric Flair finally got power and became the president, how the power started to corrupt them and they became a heel. Or more how TNA did with MVP, where MVP got, got Dixie Carter out of power only to become a heel. I really hope that's not the case. So the kickoff's going to be on that.
WrestleMania fever is underway at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Dropkick. Source is 15,615 WWE fans on hand. Same Kong against Miz, Stardust, and Kevin Owens in a six-man tag team matchup. They're having fun tonight in Brooklyn. They're in the lane earlier. Too bad he didn't drop, Barry.
Oh. Crowd chant, Byron. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Wait a minute. Did Byron just say Sin Cara's never had a title shot in WWE? If I'm not mistaken, last year he went up against Wade Barrett for the Intercontinental Championship. Oh. Hey, it's just CM Punk changing. Hold on, guys. Okay. Think about this. What if they turn Shane heel against Taker? I think if you turn Shane heel against Taker, then that could be a slap to the face of the fans because Shane's going to be bringing in this chain. We have not seen Shane with 6 to 7 years. You know, clearly, it's almost like, I guess, why would, it's like, why have Shane come back and oust the Authority, which has gone, hold on, which is definitely gone past its course. So, definitely gone past its course and have Shane basically fill that role. I think the fans would really turn against that. Like, not just because Shane's a heel, but it's like, wait, why basically give us what you've been giving us since 2013? They need King back on Raw. I don't know if the King now, because basically will be having him and JBL, making kind of weird comments that are supposed to be like heelish comments, just like, so I don't know, because now King wants to be a heel and not. This guy just slapped Ziggler's ass. I know he did. This guy just, yeah. What the hell? This guy just slapped Ziggler on the ass for no apparent reason. And now he's slapping him with his glove. Oh! John, what match do you think will end the show? I think that the Hell in a Cell. Well, yeah, I have been contemplating that because, okay, since they've been building up that everything is on the line with this Hell in a Cell match, it makes me think, okay, the Hell in a Cell is probably going to close the show because the Hell in a Cell match affects Triple H. So it's almost like even Triple H goes on to still be, WWE champion. If Shane wins, yeah, he's just gonna be WWE champion. He's no longer gonna be, empowered. And so in a way, someone's like, well, what's more at stake? In this case, yes, yes, the WWE Championship is important, but you guys are building up this, everything's on the line, legacy of the McMahon family, legacy of, the Undertaker. So it's almost like, oh man, the Hell in a Cell closes the show. And I definitely feel that I think the Hell in a Cell will close the show. And not just because of that. Because when we're in front of talking, does Vince really want to risk WrestleMania ending with the crowd? Probably, I don't know, maybe Dallas will be different. But the crowd basically booing Reigns out the joint. I'm not sure Vince wants 2 WrestleManias that have happened in Texas. Last one being 25, ending, on almost on a hush or in a negative light. And what's funny is that WrestleMania 25, the main event was Triple H involved. And you know how that match turned out. So that's the only reason why I think Hell in a Cell will be closing the show. I was thinking of something. Yeah, never mind. But, yeah, that takes care of WrestleMania 22. Now shifting 10 years 10 years before, 10 years prior to WrestleMania 32, and there's hating. There was WrestleMania 22. Wait, hold on. I think 3 matches will be WWE title, then Brock versus Dean, then Hell in a Cell. Or it probably will be Brock versus Dean, then WWE Championship, down the Cell. But they'll probably go, I don't know. I'm not sure if they'll probably have 2 hardcore like base matches back to back. Or you never know. Or they'll probably have, that Divas match to cool down, in between. Oh. Hell. Oh, yeah, so WrestleMania 22 took place April 2nd, 2006, in the Rosemont or the Allstate Arena. And I remember WrestleMania. You might watch WrestleMania 22. I don't know. Do you think they have blood in Hell in a Cell? I think they will. I definitely think. I think that for this occasion, the gloves will come off. I think so, John. But I remember WrestleMania 22. I remember the the weeks and the build up for it. I remember watching it on pay-per-view. Still actually have it on tape when we recorded it. No, that's back when we used to record like every paper after when we ordered. We was recorded. So hey, still have the original version of WrestleMania 22, on tape. Oh! Look out! Wait. The crowd became the legal. Ew. Oh. John, I hope so. Well, even though so you think of blood, but no, don't forget Triple H and Undertaker, their last Hell in a Cell they had told a good story, and it wasn't the most bloodiest match, but it told. Oh my God! But it told such a great story, and that's one of the first things first with a match, a storytelling. Oh. 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 He doesn't even have the tag rope. Oh! Yeah, that would feel good. One-on-one. Let's do this. Oh! Hey, Sammy's gonna do it. Oh! Sammy pinned him. That had one of the greatest moments in WWE history when Ray won the title. It was a great moment when Ray won the championship. And, the triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship. The only issue I've had, well, the Usos dive has just been regulated to the kickoff show. Okay, well, that deserves to be on the kickoff show. That just shows how much that WWE really cared about, the Usos Dudley Boys match. But yeah, with triple threat match. No, I don't say the only problem I had with that match was it felt, even though what they put together was good, It's almost like felt like they were running against time. You know, felt like they were running against time. And it's almost like they run against time, and the only match in between that match and the WWE Championship match was the Playboy pillow fight, which besides looks and sex appeal, didn't have that much value. Especially since the crowd had already saw and was going crazy for a women's match before that, and that was the Trish and Mickie James match, which until probably Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky, whatever they do with that, probably will do something great. Until then, that's still probably the best women's match in WrestleMania history. The Mickie Trish match. The crowd was into the build-up. The crowd was into the match. It's one of Mickey's best performance in-ring wise and character-wise. And it was no, it wasn't. At the time it was Trish's last WrestleMania match. But it was her last WrestleMania match for a championship. What else? WrestleMania 22. 2022 also, he kicked off the show with the Tag Team Championship, Chris Masters and Carlito going up against Big Show and Kane. And Big Show and Kane, getting the victory, and started to see the plans being seen. The seeds are the seeds being planted for, Carlito going on his face run. He was at JBL versus Benoit for the United States champion, and Benoit lost because JBL cheated to win. Then you had one of the best hardcore championship matches, Edge and Mick Foley, And if you watch the Edge and Christian, we shouldn't play with fire. The table was broken and I burned my scrotum. We shouldn't play with fire. It was way too risky, but it was better than this. Yeah. That pay-per-view had the worst streak match. Oh, Undertaker versus Mark Henry casket match. Would I go on and say that's probably the worst streak match? If you're talking about in terms of when the streak actually started to play a role, when it actually would emphasize the streak, then probably, yeah. Hold on. Well, yeah, good. Jerry's World. But if you're talking about as far as when the streak match started to be, heavily discussed within a match, then yeah. But but I think that's up there along with yeah. See, yeah, you're talking about when the streak mattered. Yeah, when they started to actually talk about the streak. Yeah, that was once again one of you know no once again that was another one of Mark Henry's failed attempts when they tried to push him. Yeah, I would take your precious win streak. No, I destroy her or who I want whenever I want. It's like stop it. You also had the Boogeyman versus Charmel and Booker. And the highlight of that was Charmel getting kissed by a wormed-mouthed Boogeyman.
Because all of you know that you could never come close to amounting to what Triple H and I have accomplished. All of you live your lives just like Roman Reigns, based on hopes and dreams they'll just never come true. And then the reality comes crashing down when you wake up in the morning.
Just same old. They just said this a couple hours ago.
After Wrestlemania. Now in 6 days, all of you are hoping for new leadership, for new champions. And well, I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but that just ain't gonna happen. Because this championship
No, my girl.
oh my girl. And neither are we.
Yeah, you are. You suck.
And I hear the talk about attacking from behind and running away as if it's not strategy, as if it's cowardice.
It is. Yes.
Yeah. Here's the thing. There's a lot at stake here. This is not a game.
It is ironically followed up by one of the greatest streak matches. Yeah, we're talking about Batista Undertaker, yeah. With the exception of yeah, he only slammed his face in the bell. I was about to say, that's the last time we see Roman Reigns. He only got his face slammed on a bell. Hey, cut Triple H now. Oh, here we go. Just spare him.
Could have just did a damn
Superman. It's like yeah. Oh, and up here, that's real too. Reigns did actually have nose surgery. Oh my God! Triple H deserved it. What is this? Here come the dang Dudleys. Wait a minute, ain't the Dudleys? What is this? These lackeys. The damn Dudleys. Oh, what is this? Oh yeah, tough guy. Real tough guy. Well, this is better. This is already better than last year with Roman and Brock just holding on to the belt. Yeah. Get him. Hey, hey, hey. What is he doing? He's crawling away. Well, I think Triple H could have swallowed him by trying to smash his face. Woo. That's really clearing the rope. Oh, yeah.
But this is a shot maker. It didn't matter what kind of pressure Baylor put on her. Katie Washington made some tough shots. And
Yeah, that was already better than last year's go home show.
for the first time in program history, Baylor just 6 of 14 from the free throw line. That count to like Katie Swanson here with that. So now we'll come back with more in Dallas. Well, right now, let's send it back to the studio. Sports Center coming up with much more highlights, including UConn's win. Let's go back to the studio for now. Game is ready to amaze. And with a simple voice command, well, you're not just mom. You become super mom. That's a total package. You escape with 0% financing for 60 months or lease for just $179 a month.
But and then also WrestleMania 22, there was one of the best squash matches to ever take place at WrestleMania, and one of JR's best calls, the Shawn Michaels Vince McMahon match, which is one of my favorite matches, not only because JR's call, all the stuff that Shawn Michaels did to Vince McMahon, but because that was a situation of a situation where Shawn had been through so much adversity, from by Vince McMahon and Shane, that you couldn't help but want to see him, kick Vince McMahon's ass, and that's what happened. But it's just, if you have never seen the Shawn Michaels versus Vince McMahon match, I definitely recommend. And then you have the Triple H versus John Cena match.
going on for Rose. Trust me, reach out. And you're sure you're not going to ask for something? But it wasn't in place. We didn't all know each other. She fights stories, cards, and scratch
John Cena and Triple H match. I think over the years I've kind of grown into liking that match. But not really necessarily a match I love, and I don't even think it's really a top 10 or WrestleMania match. But that crowd was very hostile towards Cena, and I think that's kind of leads to go to the Money in the Bank match, where RVD won. But I think I think John Cena gave one of his best performance at WrestleMania, and that was during a time where it was still a case of John Cena basically put up a shut up. You can say he kind of became the man, but still, that was like 1 year into him being the man.
So none of you know what's wrong with me. Thanks for nothing.
But I think this is where I kind of go into the parallels between WrestleMania 22 and WrestleMania 32. Interesting enough, there's some parallels between them.
You said these people could help me.
First off,
I told you. When? I don't know. Maybe if we'd ever gone on an actual date. I'm scared, Wayne.
First off, the Intercontinental Championship, the Intercontinental Champion is in a ladder match. WrestleMania 22, I was about to say last year, WrestleMania 22, the Money in the Bank match. Shelton Benjamin was Intercontinental Champion. He was in the Money in the Bank match. This year, Kevin Owens is in a ladder match. He's the Intercontinental Champion, but this time he's actually defending the belt.
I need to go. Let's get you back to Dr. I need to go.
WrestleMania 22, JBL versus Benoit. Benoit being small in JBL. This year it's JBL. This year is Ryback and Kalisto. So it's still that big man, small man dynamic. Just that Kalisto is not technical like Benoit was, but it's the big man, small man dynamic for the United States Championship. So I think another pound.
Aren't they exquisite? Yes, they're very yummy. I can see it in your eyes, Kara, that you want one. But you're too scared. So instead, you gaze longingly from a safe distance, wishing that you had one all of your own. Well, let me tell you, cupcakes like these, they don't last. They get snatched up and devoured, and if you don't act fast, so will he. Kira, if you haven't caught on by now, I am trying to make a parallel between this box of cupcakes and your non-existent mother. I'm not that comfortable talking about this. But if I did, what am I supposed to do? James said he needs time to think, but what is that time for him to talk himself out of it? If you want, James, you are going to have to
I think another parallel.
If you must, read my 1998 Guide to Finding Love.
Well, there might be a parallel.
Shine your light and let him
Vince McMahon might take an ass. Now, this is more of a prediction parallel. Vince McMahon might take an ass whipping by a Texan. Took an ass whipping by Shawn in WrestleMania 23. He's probably going to take an ass whipping by Undertaker. I think it started the long entrance at WrestleMania for Triple H. Well, actually, the year before no, you know what? You're probably right because WrestleMania 21 and even at WrestleMania 17, only Triple H used to have if it was a special entrance, or even WrestleMania 18 was and live performance entered by whoever, Motorhead or Drowning Pool, they did the entrance. But if you're talking about his theme like entrances, like King of Kings themed or just some extravagant theme entrance, yeah, WrestleMania 22, yeah, it was starting. That's where he started the King of Kings entrance and looked all fat and everything. Another parallel. Oh Jesus.
Kira calls security. I haven't seen eyes that crazy since I had fondue with Ramona Singer. John, I'm sorry, you can't be here. You ruined my life. Calm down, Chris. You don't seem that bothered by the fact that you're on fire. I didn't need you to save me. You just fell from a skyscraper, so if I hadn't been there, you would have gone splat. I understand. You have to say. That was impossible.
But
How did you do that? I'm Supergirl. You who now? Sorry, it was just a little disoriented from the screen. How did you save me?
another parallel is Triple H being in the main event again. And the funny thing is that the person he's going against is probably, has been under, the course of boos. So there's like a parallel between Roman and Cena in this situation, but the difference between Cena and Roman is that Cena had already kind of won himself over with the fans, but the fans started to get tired of the same old stick with him. Roman is still trying to really win over the fans as a single. Forget the Shield. Yes, the Shield was great, but now that he's on his own, he's still trying to. He's still having a hard time, winning over the fans on a consistent basis. So another parallel is there's going to be a hardcore match, a hardcore match at WrestleMania. WrestleMania 22 was Edge and Mick Foley. This year is Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose. So pretty interesting that there's some parallels between WrestleMania 22 and WrestleMania 32. Yeah. Now, the interesting that shared WrestleMania 22 or WrestleMania 32, WrestleMania 22 or in Cena were at the event. This year, none of them are at the event. That we know, none of them are going to be at the event, which is, especially for Cena, very surprising. But that takes care of, my kind of parallels between WrestleMania 22 and WrestleMania 32, the 10 years apart. WrestleMania 22 would be, this Saturday will be the 10th anniversary of WrestleMania 22. And I gave my predictions on WrestleMania 32. I hope you enjoyed my predictions. And I hope you enjoyed, my parallels between WrestleMania 22 and WrestleMania 32. And hopefully, I hope that, and I know for sure I'm going to enjoy TakeOver. Yeah, yet to be a takeover that I have not enjoyed. But I'm still uncertain about WrestleMania 32. With the lack of build or consistent build with this, WWE is going to have to deliver big with this WrestleMania. I really think they do. I really think so. So
Yeah, so I was struck by lightning the same that particle accelerator exploded.
So hopefully, despite the lack of them, despite the low expectations, hopefully WrestleMania 32 goes on to actually be a somewhat serviceable event. You know, I know it's a kind of a shot, but but we've already seen an anticipated event kind of go through mixed or negative reception. That was Batman and Superman, which I'm probably going to see this Friday. So, but hopefully WrestleMania 32 is not another big event for this year that is on the receiving end of negative or mixed reception. But other than that, I'm going to get TakeOver 10 o'clock Eastern on WWE Network and WrestleMania this Sunday. With that being said, this is Hope 93 in the place to be. And the next corner will be the review of this other thing that probably it will be two reviews. Two separate. Probably the day after TakeOver, I'll do a review for TakeOver. And then Monday will be a review of the review for WrestleMania 32. So there'll probably be two separate videos. And I think the TakeOver is probably not going to be live. That's probably going to be pre-recorded. So just giving you the heads up. But this is Hope 93 in the place to be. You know, and until the next corner, stay easy, folks. Stay easy and peace.